Hi everyone! Today we are going to continue practicing with place value. When we think about place value, remember we're looking at the digits in a number and where they are in that number to help us think about how many hundreds, how many tens, how many ones. So today we are going to be reviewing and practicing expanded form. When we use expanded form, we take everything we know about place value and we use that to write the value of each digit in the number. Let's go ahead and look at an example to see what Mrs. Burrows is talking about. So on your worksheet for today, that's going to be page 129, you are going to be practicing reading the words for a number. So you'll see, for example, 16. When you see the word 16, can you picture what that number is in your mind? Let's see, I'm going to write it down on my board and you tell me if it matches what you saw in your mind. Did you see this? 16. So now we're going to look at this number and think about expanded form. So when we do expanded form, we look at where the digits are in the number to help us. So in this number, it's a 2-digit number, which means we have a number in the ones place and we have a number in the tens place. So when we think about expanded form, we don't just write 1, we think about what does 1 in the tens place mean? That means one group of 10 or 10. So I can write 10. And then when we see a 6 in the ones place, that means or represents 6 ones or 6. So I can say 10 plus 6. So that is the expanded form of 16. 10 plus 6, because a 1 in the tens place is the same as 10, and a 6 in the ones place is the same as 6. Now, remember last week we were practicing drawing those base 10 models? I just said that this is going to help you with the worksheet for page 129. What if I drew a picture or a base 10 model to represent 129? Remember, what shape do we use? What do we use to draw hundreds? Did you say a square? We use a square to represent the hundreds. So we have one group of 100. Now let's look in the tens place. We have a 2 in the tens place. So 2 groups of 10, and we use the line to show that. Ooh, trying to draw to the side. Now let's look at the ones place. There's a 9 in the ones place. So we're going to draw out 9 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now that I have my picture, I can write the expanded form down below. We have 100 plus 10, 20 plus 20 plus 9. So this is the expanded form of 129. So you're going to practice some of that on page 129. Then you're also going to practice doing some story problems. So let's practice a story problem together. We are going to go for a walk. And when we're out on our walk, we notice that there are 6 dogs and 3 people. 6 dogs and 3 people. How many legs do we see all together? How many legs do we see all together? If we see 6 dogs and 3 people. This is a story problem where you really have to think about 2 things. The first thing is, how many legs does a dog have? 4. How many legs do people have? 2. So, if a dog has 4 legs and we see 6 dogs, we could write an equation to represent that. We could add 4 6 times. So we could say 4 plus 4 plus 4 4 plus 4. Now I gotta count, make sure I have enough for all those dogs. 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs, 4 dogs, 5 dogs. Ooh, I only had 5 dogs. I better add another 4. So that's adding 4 6 times. What about those people? We need 3 people. 2 plus 2 plus 2. So 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. But I want to know how many altogether. So first I have to figure out how many dog legs, and then I'm going to figure out how many people legs. Let's see. I'm going to pause. I want you to figure this out on your own and come back and double check and see if you got the same answer. Are you ready to check and see if you got the same answer as me? So I actually used a strategy that I saw my friend Taylor use for the marble problem last week. Last week in the marble problem, she drew the picture out using dots to help her, and I thought, I'm going to borrow that strategy because we borrow strategies from friends all the time in math. So I went ahead and drew a picture. So I drew 4 dots for the dog legs. So I drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dog legs, but I just used dots to show the legs. And then I decided, that was a lot of dots, so then I decided to put them together in groups of 10. I know that number 10 is a really helpful number in math. So I drew a picture, or a circle, around 10 dots. And I wrote the number 10 over here to help myself remember that. That's a group of 10. And I did that again. And then I had 4 left over. So I couldn't put a circle around those because that's not a group of 10. But now I can go 10, 20, 20 plus 4 is 24. So there's 24 dog legs. Then I had to figure out how many people legs there were. Well, people just have 2 legs, and I practiced counting by 2. So I said 2, 4, 6. 6 people legs. I knew I wasn't done yet, though, because the question asked me how many legs altogether. So I said 24 plus 6. I knew that 4 plus 6 is one of my make 10 facts. So I said 4 plus 6 is 10, but I didn't forget about that 20. Remember that 2 in the tens place is 20. So then I knew 20 plus 10 more is 30. So friends, you'll see a problem very similar to this on page 130. Don't forget to send your teacher a picture of your work. We cannot wait to see what you're doing at home. Bye, mathematicians.